Welcome back to the channel guys, it's Jxey, and in today's video I want to talk about the importance of embracing change and my personal struggles with that. This video is going to be a really chill one. It's going to be a nice relaxed commentary. I've got a couple of bullet points to help guide the way through the video, but really it's just going to be my thoughts from the top of my head. So let me get right to it. Firstly, I want to talk about how everything's constantly changing, and I know I'm a victim of finding this really overwhelming. I'm the kind of person that likes my routine, and I'm sure a lot of you gamers do like your routines too. The best example I can kind of think of is where we have our favourite game and we just play that one game non-stop, such as Call of Duty, and we're very closed off to the idea of trying out new games and new things in the gaming world, because we like what we like and we found our happy place, and we don't need more than that. That's the best example I can find, really. Whenever I make a change in life, or especially when I'm preparing to make a change in life, I get this really warm, sort of stressful feeling in my chest, like a warm sensation in my body. Some other times I've had it is like when you know you've really fucked something up and you're in trouble. That's like another sort of time when you get that feeling. It's like almost a massive overwhelming rush of blood going around your body. A proper stress signal, fight or flight sort of feeling. That's the kind of feeling I get when I'm about to make a change, and I had it when I was going to make this YouTube channel. Making a YouTube channel might look simple from the outside, but it takes a lot of mental preparation to prepare for, to understand, right, yeah, I'm going to actually do this. And for me, for someone who's always wanted to do YouTube and make a success of it, that's what worries me most. Because what worries me is that I won't make a success of it, that I won't reach my targets and reach my goals and won't build a viewer base. That's what stresses me out the most about that. So just to recap on that, I get like this really warm, horrible feeling in my body whenever I'm going to make a change. Because I find happiness in my comfort zone, find happiness in consistency. It's not bad to find happiness in consistency, but I think it has become a weakness of mine over my life, such as in work, for example. Whenever I get offered new opportunities, whether that's to work in a new team and do a different sort of task in that team, well, for me that's making new friends, seeing new faces, seeing new people, getting used to a new work practice, and that's like my worst nightmare. For some people that's great, some people love a refreshing sort of task to do at work, but for me I'm very much liking my consistency in my office space, and I don't want to change. That's the thing, I don't want to embrace that change, but embracing change can open the doors to many good opportunities. Adapting can open the doors to many good opportunities, and that's why I think you as a viewer watching this, if you're struggling to embrace that change, I think you should give it a go. Try and improve that part, because it can open doors to many good things. An example of when I've embraced change and opened the doors to great opportunities is when I've changed my career. 2 years ago I changed my career, and for the first 9 months it was awful. I joined this terrible place to work at. It was horrible. I'd completely changed my career as well. I just was getting complete doubt that I'd done the right thing. I was not having a great time there whatsoever. The days dragged. Every day felt like it went on for 20 hours. It was horrible. Hated every minute of it. But then 11 months ago I joined the place I'm at now, and it's been the best thing I've ever done, and the career change has definitely been the right thing to do. And it just shows you how, if you trust that process of change, how much it can pay off in the future. That short-term change may feel horrible, but normally in the long term it's really good. It turns out to be the best thing for you. I think change isn't just in career or in our lives, it's in our friendships too, and our relationships. Mainly in our friendships. So if you guys around the ages of 16 to 20, your friends will be going off on different paths in life, whether they're going to uni in a different city, or they're going to college, or getting a job like I did. Those friends are coming and going and leaving your life, but that's not a bad thing. It just shows growth and evolution, and it definitely doesn't mean you failed at those relationships, because normally you're just going to make new ones now. You're going to make new friends, probably better people to be around as well, people that are like you now when you're 20, because when you made these friends before, you were a young kid, you're still learning who you are. Now you've developed more of a personality, the friends you make will actually represent more of who you are today, and they'll be better people for you to be around. I think there's a difference between change and growth though too. Not all change is visible or loud. An example is, like I've mentioned earlier, I've been working hard over the last year to not be so stressed about things I can't control. I wouldn't call this a change. I'd call this growth and personal growth. You know, when you're making a change within yourself that you're not going to see a monetary benefit of, or no one else is really going to see the benefit of. Perhaps people might in my certain actions I make, but it's really something within, and I think that's a difference between change and growth. You know, change is when you actually make the final decision, such as uploading that video when I'm feeling anxious to make my first one. That's the actual change. I've worked hard over the last year to become less stressed about things, and one of them is that, you know, when I first sat down to upload my first video, I felt a humongous amount of anxiousness about posting that, but I made the change and I did it. I just pressed upload and trusted it, trusting the process that it's going to turn out right in the future. And that can mean many things, you know, such as changing your routine each night so you don't get caught up in the same structure of a routine, to add some spontaneousness to your evenings, such as going for a run or going for a walk, going for a drive, pushing yourself to do this so you don't get too comfortable in a certain way to the point where you can't adapt out of that. I think it's really important to push your limits and push your boundaries. So like I say, you don't get too comfortable in the same space, and you can easily adapt to new opportunities that come knocking at the door. That could be anything. Making a change could be, right, I need to actually pick up the house chores more. You know, I need to make sure that I've got some structure behind that, because really that's what's stressing me out the most. And if I did that and was on top of that, then I'd be able to start that TikTok or YouTube channel that I've been thinking about. Because it's really important that we get on top of things in life and do these little small tasks. And I think that's about what change is, you know, making these bigger tasks into smaller manageable ones and building it up over time, so then you're slowly embracing change. Because the goal isn't to force love for change. If you hate something and you just naturally don't like it, you shouldn't force yourself to, because that's going to make you feel uncomfortable. It's going to spark negative responses to change. But what you've got to do is not let fear stop change from growing you. And that's exactly what I'm saying about my journey of trying to manage my stress more. That's internal personal growth. But then the change I've made is actually putting that into place. Then I've made the YouTube channel. Then I've pushed on with things. Change isn't easy, and it's often necessary though. And I'm working alongside you guys with that. You know, I'm going through the exact same things as you. So if you're going through something in your life right now, some kind of change, let me know down below. Let's just work it out together. Perhaps I'll have an insight that you guys might not have thought of. It'd be really interesting to see if I can help you guys with that sort of thing. Because it is scary, but sometimes it is necessary, like I've just said. And I think my YouTube channel is a massive symbol of that. Change is scary at first, but now it's something I'm grateful for. My YouTube channel. Anyway guys, it's Jxey. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Like I say, this one's been a really chill one. As I always sign off my videos, just to let you know, I do upload once every 2 days. And mainly just talking about life, games, old games, how COD's changed. I do really want to do some more live commentaries as well, of me just playing. So hopefully when I get more of like a solid viewer base, I can post some live commentaries so you guys can sort of, you feel like you got that bit of a personal attachment to me. Hopefully I can work at that, because it's something I'd love to do. But yeah, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe so you didn't miss out on more. It's been Jxey guys, stay awesome.